Doom Sosticles, welcome back. Today, I don't know where to look. There it is. There's the camera. I found it. All by myself. I found it. Do people still do pickup videos? I'm going to do a pickup video, but it's just because it's stuff that I picked up today that I'm really excited about. With all this junk in the world going on, everything's been closed, including stuff that's not really open that often in the first place. Like my favorite record store in Topeka, Kansas, it's only open typically, on the best of circumstances, one Saturday a month for just a few hours. One Saturday a month. It's usually the second Saturday of the month. And it's been closed for like 3 months. And all of the records in this place, except for specifically singled out ones that are priced as marked, your rare ones or your sought after ones, your Beatles, your Rolling Stones, that stuff is individually marked. But typically everything is $1, $3, or $5 based on condition of the sleeve and or the record itself. So some of this stuff is not in the greatest of shape, but typically, I can go in and buy with a $20 bill and get a nice stack of records that I'm actually going to listen to, and then eventually maybe I have within this individual store upgraded my copies or copies that I've picked up from them in the past as well, just because the sleeve is in better condition, and it's hard to turn down a $3 sleeve upgrade if it's a record you really like. So I didn't even count how many this is, but I'll just go ahead and show because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time messing around. So first up is this is Santana's greatest hits as of 1974. So it's got very common Santana tracks like Oye Como Va, Jingo, Evil Ways. Those are the ones that I know right off the top. But this is a nice collection, and really for $1, this is a pretty good collection of Santana tracks. So my parents actually had that on CD when I was a kid, so I actually had listened to it quite a bit before. So it was kind of a no-brainer purchase for $1. Okay, next up, I can't really put these in any sort of order because they're all pretty awesome. This is a Jean-Michel or Michel Jarre. I think he's French. This is a kind of an ambient electronic artist from the 70s, I believe. 1976. I have heard this record before, and it's really great in the vein of your Kraftwerks and things like that. More ambient so than Kraftwerk, but it's a very great record, and I found it today for $1, and it was pretty outstanding. I couldn't believe that it was there, actually. It's Oxygen, and it's all instrumental, and it's freaking wonderful. Next up, this is a sleeve upgrade, but it's actually a different version than the one I have. It's Rush's All the World is a Stage, or All the World's a Stage. This is a live album that came out right after 2112, so it's very early in their catalog. It's just a live album after the first 4 records, a self-titled Fly By Night, Caress of Steel, or Caress of Steel, whatever, and 2112. So it's a very early live album. It is a double. It's 4 sides, and it's got songs, like I say, from all 4 of the first albums, including the entirety of 2112, which is pretty dope. It of course, I think was recorded on the 2112 tour. And the reason that this is a different version, that I know that this is a different version of mine, is because this is not a gatefold. This is just a single sleeve with 2 records stuck in it. So it's a different pressing than the one I already have, but that one is in amazing, or it's not in great shape, but it's in amazing shape compared to my gatefold, because my gatefold is in terrible condition. Speaking of terrible condition, this is another Rush live album, Exit Stage Left. I believe this one came out right after Moving Pictures. It's dark behind here. Yeah, it's got songs from Moving Pictures, YYZ. Tom Sawyer's Red Barchetta's on here. Tom Sawyer's probably on here. Yeah, it's Exit Stage Left, another live record. This is in terrible condition. You can't tell, but it's very water damaged, and it is a gatefold, but it is stuck together. So, I can try to pry it apart. There's no saving the sleeve at this point. It's thrashed. It's ruined. But again, I think the vinyl's in good shape, and that's really what I'm after. So down the road, if I find another upgrade, sleeve upgrade, I won't hesitate. All right, a couple Alan Parsons project. Big prog rock fan, if you can't tell by the Rush. This is an album that I have not heard. The Alan Parsons project, Pyramid. I don't recognize any of the tracks on here. This is a blind purchase. This one was $3. The white stickers indicate that it was $3 if there's no writing on it. If there's no sticker, it means it was $1. White sticker with no writing indicates $3, and then if it has writing inside of it, then that's how much it is. So I don't think I picked up any $5 ones. I might have. I don't know. I don't think I did, though. So there you go. That Alan Parsons project. I have heard this album. It's Eye in the Sky. This is one of their more popular albums. I didn't have this on vinyl. I had it on cassette, and actually the cassette shot craps not too long ago. So this is a replacement for that cassette that shot craps. So there you go on that. Sorry, I'm trying to move through these quickly. Keep this video short and sweet-ish. Fifth Dimension. This is a 70s soul, funky R&B group, mostly popularized by the song Age of Aquarius, which is both hilarious and amazing. It's on the end of that movie 40-Year-Old Virgin. That's the first time I ever heard the song. And a couple of years ago, I picked up that album, The Age of Aquarius, and I absolutely fell in love with their sound. And I have been kind of collecting their records ever since, and this is my fourth one. And this is a Fifth Dimension live, and it is just loaded with tracks. This is going to be very fun to check out. I really like well-made live albums. They kind of come across as cheap or as a filler between albums, or as even like a pseudo greatest hits. But if it's a really good recording, then I'm all for it. Like if a band can sound as good live as they do on their records, then I'm all for it. Speaking of live, Ted Nugent, Double Live, Gonzo. This is probably the quintessential live album and probably the best way to listen to Ted Nugent. This is a fantastic collection of songs. I've heard this before, and this is one of my father-in-law's favorite live albums as well. And actually, it doesn't actually have a track list on the back, but I know that this is the best version of Stranglehold that exists, and it's just a fantastic. So if you're interested in Ted Nugent and or live albums, check out Double Live, Gonzo. It's a double album, of course, gatefold. Lots of pictures of sweaty Uncle Teddy, and it's a very good collection of songs. This one, I was absolutely shocked to see this. The Mahavishnu Orchestra. This is a group I don't know too much about. I know that I love them, but I don't know too much about their history or their members or anything like that. I do know that this guitarist, John McLaughlin, is one of the best guitarists I've ever heard, and this group, I don't know anything about this album, but this group, the Mahavishnu Orchestra, is just phenomenal. If you're interested in progressive rock and or fusion jazz stuff, check out the Mahavishnu Orchestra. They are phenomenal. Last two, this one caught me off guard, much the same as that one did. I'm a huge Luther Vandross fan, and this is the album Never Too Much. This cassette was my very first cassette ever that I ever owned personally, and I was just so happy to see this on the shelf today. For $1, I grabbed it. It's a very sentimental album to me, and I am so happy to have it. Lastly here, one of the biggest artists on my list to look for today when I went was ZZ Top, one of my very favorite artists, period. They're an amazing, phenomenal band. And this sleeve is terrible, but this album is Fandango, and it cost me $1. The story behind Fandango is actually really cool, and like the front picture really kind of encapsulates what was going on at the time when this album was new. Hold on, I got a text. I'll read in a second. They went on this tour to put Texas on the map. Watch the Netflix documentary, Little Old Band from Texas, ZZ Top. It really kind of showcases what was going on at that time. But this Fandango album is got some new tracks, got some live tracks, some very well done live stuff. They called it the ZZ Top's first annual Texas-size rompin', stompin', barn dance and barbecue. They went all out. They had live animals and all kinds of stuff. Summer 1974 with 80,000 friends. This tour they went on was just phenomenal. Cost a lot of money to put on, and I don't think it broke the band, but they almost broke up after that. Again, watch the documentary. It's really enlightening if you're a fan of ZZ Top, and yeah, check out Fandango. The title track, or the opening track, Thunderbird, just gets me so riled up. And then there's a medley that is on side one also. It's the Backdoor medley. It's Backdoor Love Affair, Mellow Down, Easy, Backdoor Love Affair, number 2, Long Distance Boogie. It is just so fun to listen to. These guys are phenomenal. The Reverend Billy G, Dusty Hill, and Frank Beard, the ultimate 70s trio. All right, that is it. Quick little pickup video, just music. Like I said, I was really excited to pick up a bunch of vinyl, and I love the opportunity to talk about it. So now I'm going to go listen to them. Take her easy, dudes. Thanks.